office environment. It's a hot topic, but what does it really mean? If you think your surroundings affect the way that you feel and work, then you're on the right track to appreciating this concept.
Innovative office environments, I would say in general, is anything that's current and that trends are currently affecting, and how that translates into the work environment and how it affects the people that are working there. Factors such as ergonomics, which has been a major concern for many companies in terms of keeping their employees healthy and happy. Technology is another area. The advent of the wireless world is greatly freeing up offices from being tethered with cables and electrical cords and that sort of thing within their environment, so that it frees them up in terms of the way that they work. Real estate costs are continuing to rise and are always a concern for building owners and for businesses in terms of reducing the amount of space that's required by each employee while keeping them as productive and happy as possible. So a lot of those factors go into driving what's happening in workplaces now.
Summerlee Group's Tim Baxter is a specialist in the design of work environments. He sees the benefits of incorporating the latest trends into our offices.
If you're working in a innovative and new environment, first of all, it's motivating. Second of all, it's more apt to keep you interested in your work, and it's most likely to get the best possible return for your employer. So retention and attraction strategies are now not only centered around salaries and bonuses, that sort of thing, but also around the office environment and what's going on. So those that have the latest and the greatest tend to get the best people. So it's a big concern for companies who are trying to attract, especially in technology industries and industries that have that type of a younger workforce in particular, who want to have sort of the latest and greatest toys.
As impressive as having a nice-looking office is, there are some very practical reasons to reconsider how our workspace is put together.
Well, it goes beyond pleasure in many cases in terms of an employee having a nice environment to work in. There are some very tangible things that are sort of in the background when you're coming into a space. One being light, for example. Probably one of the biggest issues in the recent studies and whatnot have been that there's a great benefit to having natural light into a workplace. The panel heights and those sorts of things are coming down, letting more natural light in, and that typically has some direct benefits and direct effect on people's mood and how they function in the day-to-day environment. Space and sound are probably the other two big issues. Where panel heights go down, people tend to respect the fact that they can see other people and that they may, in fact, be interrupting other people, so they tend to lower the voice naturally. So as we get more acclimatized to that, we'll probably see a trend go even further with panel heights even lowering, which of course opens up communication and has all sorts of other tangible benefits as an employer for the staff that's there.
Unfortunately, you probably won't learn the latest trends in design from a box store's flyer. Baxter gives us some good places to start getting ideas.
There are a number of sources to get started. The interior design industry is a good place to start, as are furniture manufacturers and furniture dealers, people like ourselves who deal with these types of issues every day. There's a vast amount of knowledge, a vast amount of research that's out there, but digesting is very difficult. So finding an expert that has a general knowledge of this area is probably the best place to get started.
Big Fish Video Productions.